Hey folks, Robbie Payne with Chrome Unboxed coming at you today with an unboxing of the Lenovo Thinkpad Chromebook 13. Now this device was announced back at CES in January and has just now become available for purchase. You can get it straight from Lenovo.com. It comes in a variety of models, and we'll talk about that a little bit more in the review. But today we have the base model in. It has the 6th gen Celeron processor in it, 4 gigs of RAM and 16 gigs internal storage. So without any further ado, let's get this thing unboxed. So here we have it, straight in from China it looks like. This was ordered through Lenovo's website, and my guess is they came straight from Lenovo, not from here in the US. So it could be part of the reason the shipping took a little while. It was, I want to say a couple weeks, but I think they're shipping out now without delay. So wow, we're right into it. I figured there would be a box inside this box. Here we are. Not that elegantly packed up, but again, we've talked about this before. A lot of Chromebooks aren't. When it comes down to budget, saving money on extra packing materials usually helps out a little bit. So we have a USB-C charger, which is pretty cool. It's got a little yellow ring around it, which is kind of fun. Or green, it's hard to tell in this light. And then we've just got a block. The head does not detach, it doesn't look like. No. But a nice block, not a big bulky, junky kind of thing. But you didn't come here to look at chargers. You came here to see a Chromebook. And so let's take a look at this thing. So up top we have the Thinkpad moniker and Chrome moniker. Around the side here, let's get focused in. We've got a USB super speed, so 3.0, combo headphone microphone, 2 USB-Cs over here. So 3 USB ports on one side, pretty sweet. Kensington lock on the side, nothing across the back save those hinges. On the side we've got a huge fan port, which looks a little retro, but hey, we'll go with it. Another super speed, let's look up close, yep. Yes, another super speed, so another USB 3.0, so 4 USB ports in total, that's pretty sweet. Full-size SD card slot, and nothing across the front. On the bottom we have the grills for the fans, obviously, downward-facing speakers. This could be not so great from a speaker standpoint. As you guys well know, I'm never really a fan of speakers in general on laptops, but this could be troublesome because it's not like on the Dell. They're downward facing, kind of on that curve, so it helps them shoot out a little bit to the sides. These are straight down, so we'll see how it turns out. So that's the tour around the outside of the device. Let's open her up. See, nope, no one hand open. Bummer, but no big deal. And on the inside, if you've seen a Thinkpad before, a lot of this is going to look pretty familiar. This thing just looks like a stock black laptop. But the things that Lenovo and IBM before had been really awesome at in the Thinkpad series is a great keyboard and a great trackpad. And so we're going to know a little bit about that. It's hard to tell what the surface is, but it feels really good, nice and smooth. I've always been pretty pleased with Lenovo's trackpads in general. Keys have huge travel. I mean, they just are so clicky. This is going to be a joy to type on, guarantee it. And they have a slight shape to them, kind of a U shape, just barely. But Lenovo, or ThinkPads in general, have always had just amazing keyboards. We've got a webcam up top, and that's about it, guys. I mean, there's not a whole lot going on here that's out of the ordinary. It just feels really well built. Alright guys, we got it powered on and into guest mode so we can run an Octane score. So like I said before, we are running the Skylake Celeron processor here, 4 gigs of RAM, 16 gigs internal storage. So this is kind of the base model. One issue that I've already seen that I was not aware of, and I'm going to have to check with Lenovo obviously and try to get the correct model in here. I did pay for the 1080p screen and was not sent the 1080p device. This is a 1366 by 768, so this is the full entry-level model. That was the one selection I did choose to upgrade and go to. So that's a little disappointing, but it's not going to stop us from taking a look at this guy and it doesn't change a lot of the hardware features. My hope is that the screen is better. While this is running, those of you who are thinking about, hey, I might not upgrade the screen, you can see that this is a pretty crappy TN panel. It's not IPS by any stretch of the imagination, and so the viewing angles are pretty poor. But we'll leave that aside for now. It's unfortunate, but hopefully we'll get it straightened out before the review comes out. But like I said, overall, it's not going to change the keyboard. It's not going to change the trackpad. It's not going to change a lot of the parts of the device. It won't change the speed too much. This one will behave a little quicker than its 1080p counterpart, because it's not going to have to push as many pixels. And we're going to run it one more time, because sometimes you just got to close Google out and do it again. But that score is actually not that much better than what we saw on the Acer Chromebase, which is a 5th gen Celeron. So if that score holds, I'm a little disappointed that the 6th gen Celeron doesn't step up a couple thousand in octane. That's kind of a bummer, but you know, 16 to 17,000 is not a bad score in any way, shape, or form. So take that with a grain of salt. Again, those scores probably drop a little bit when we, and especially real world use, would slow down just a little bit on a 1080p screen versus this HD screen, the 1366 by 768. We'll let this guy finish up here, and we'll take a listen to those speakers and kind of see where they, how they sound, especially being straight down firing. Trackpad feels good. Tracking's really good, nice and smooth. Yeah, 16250. So not really that much of an improvement, which is a little shocking to me. So let me get logged into my account now, and we will get this wrapped up. All right, so got everything logged in and got some Google Music up here. So we're going to listen to a little bit of Switchfoot. And this is at max. And it's actually odd. I don't know if you're going to be able to pick this up. So I'll turn it over. It's almost as if the speakers are set up to come up through the keyboard or here. I'm not really sure. I mean, they're not the loudest things in the world, but they're not too bad. They got a decently full sound to them, and I'm actually pretty shocked how well the sound actually comes upward. So again, laptop speakers, really what you want them for is to be able to handle a Hangouts video call or something like that, and so I think they'll do a great job with that. Overall, I like the build. Even just typing around to get around what I've done so far has been really good. The keyboard and trackpad are excellent so far. So obviously we'll talk about these things more in the review, and it may take me a little bit longer to get this review out, because obviously I need to get Lenovo to send me the proper one with a 1080p screen, because I think that's what most people are going to be a little more interested in. I know for myself, I'd much rather use a 1080p screen because this display is not good, and that's not shocking. Usually these just the regular HD screens tend to be pretty washed out and have poor viewing angles. So that's it for today. If you haven't already, subscribe just down below. That'll keep you up, so when the new reviews come after these unboxings that have come out, when the new reviews come out, you'll get a notification and you can come check it out. Give it a thumbs up if you like this video. Comment below if you have any questions specific to the review. And until the next one, guys, we'll see you.